I'm landing first cart right after the pigeon.
Friendly UAV overhead. Objective updated. Secure that position.
Sniper rifle, get it. Over here, got us a ride.
Your primary objective is to kill them all.
Marking LMG.
Recon intel secured.
Why is this shit
Solid
upside
work.
down? On my screen, that is upside down.
Armor here.
Sniper up top.
Oh.
No armor on the sniper?
Down.
Oh yeah, stay on. Yeah,
I need a gun. I don't have a gun.
There's a gun at the end, at the back of the train.
Somebody picked it up.
Oh, okay.
I have a sniper rifle and a pistol. Our guns are not plentiful, I'll give you that.
4 up here, buddy.
Yeah, there's going to be teams all over this area, because remember, this is initial, this is right
He's hopping on the train.
player.
One guy's hopping on the train.
Looking good.
Enemy UAV overhead.
You okay?
A guy on me. The bitch.
on the train.
I downed one back there, though. He chopped off. I didn't know he hopped on the train, bro.
I got movement.
Your teammate has entered the gulag. Surviving earns the redeployment.
I got movement.
Objective updated.
I got him down, he got me
Secure that
down.
Position. You're losing ground.
Shake it off.
Contract complete. Recon intel secured.
Got some armor here.
I really need a gun,
getting
guys.
off.
Teammate
Yeah,
got
we
a
have to think
proper
about getting
sighting.
off right now and
Sending them on.
just chilling in this
Yeah.
area.
Everyone's in
Let's
the
get off
store.
right here at these boxes. I'm getting off right here. I gotta get guns, I have a pistol. I gotta ship some money.
Boys on 8 station.
You can buy stone back too.
Go for him. Got loot up.
Fuck, I still have a pistol. There's a satchel in that building. There's a satchel
Got
in
enough for a loadout, I
Watch the
think.
six. Hostiles have picked this place clean.
Yeah, we got enough for a loadout. 2, 4, 6. Yep.
I marked their satchel.
Got another plate here.
Got some armor here.
Another plate there.
Got some armor here.
Money?
Nah.
Money on the buy? Good enough for loading?
Cash, the boys on.
Yeah, both threw plates at me. Yes.
Friendly
Finding more
loadout drop on
plates.
the way.
There's some plates here marked already.
I only got one.
The boys on.
There's one right there marked. Look at where the plate's marked. Oh, that's 313 meters. Look, there's one right there marked.
Got some
That's what
armor
they know.
here.
Got sniper rounds, 9 of them on the ground.
I'll take them. Oh, never mind. Greg, do you have
Sorry.
any at all or no?
I have 17 here. I can use some.
Yeah, I don't have any at all.
Mark
This
out,
one is
I'm
fine.
going.
You're right.
Take it. That's
Mark
a 19.
out, Mark.
Perfect.
I can share some too. Oh, wow, I cannot believe I survived that jump.
I better not die on this bitch, I was gonna say. Because if I die and you didn't.
There's sniper rounds right
High
here.
caliber here.
I was expecting to shoot this up on
Yeah, it did not.
It's just that extra little level there.
Another, a third. I got a satchel right
Got
here.
some armor here.
I'm jumping 5 plates.
Everybody's got a satchel?
Yep.
I'm grabbing it.
Found some armor.
5 plates right here.
I'll take that.
Hey, they got loadout right here.
Marking
Mark.
target location.
Some guy just dropped on them too.
I'll push down into the city. We know there's going to be a team in here. That building doesn't look
Moving
good.
up here.
Oh, big one. See, that was it? It doesn't look it.
Doesn't look good. There was a little bit of money in this garage.
I hear boxes over here on me too. Excuse me.
Money here.
Y'all get down here now.
Ammo if anybody
Leave them
needs
boys
it.
alone.
Need this.
I thought I saw him, but
They were, yeah, they're just there. Should be a whole team.
Hey, are we coming down here, boys? Come on, Fly. Come on, perfect. Let's get together.
When y'all get sniped, I'm not going up there.
I got plates, I got ammo, I got ammo supply.
I waited for him.
they just
Don't
jumped
move.
towards the train station.
Friendly loadout drop on the
There
way.
you go, baby. Hey, now y'all coming real quick. Look at that. Look at them arrows. Come this way.
They're right on top of that roof. there.
Target confirmed.
2 loadies.
2 boxes. Anybody need ammo?
Gas
I'm
is
dropping
inbound.
either sniper
Marking new
or
safe
AR
zone.
right now. Let's go.
Confirming hostile.
Oh,
Hey, you're engaging. Okay, not dropping anything.
what's top of the
Right
building?
here. He was right here next to me.
Can I get on the roof real quick? Oh, vehicle coming this way.
It's going to the buy.
I broke the armor of the guy driving it. Down to one guy off of it. Finished him. Bro, hit another guy. Oh my god, bro. Well, they're 1 man down. And
Enemy
an armor
vehicle
down
tagged.
too. Who was that guy, Eric?
I killed him. He was right here.
Okay, cool.
Spare handgun there.
They're back where we were back there when we got off the train.
Where was the ammo?
And the guy that I killed?
I need sniper
Ammo here.
I'm moving.
Ooh, yeah,
Find
shit.
it, man. I asked him.
More ammo here. AR,
Big caliber
shotgun.
there. Got some shot fuel caliber here.
Here,
Gas
Fly.
is inbound.
Take some of this money for me.
Alright, I'm good now.
Enemy
Thank you.
UAV overhead.
They're up there.
Single shooter.
Everyone's in the safe zone.
Right over there.
160. Yep.
Hostile operator.
Hi. Oh, fuck.
Mark out. I'm going. Shit, disregard last. Tango spotted.
Can't see shit from here.
Yeah, the trees.
Wanna go up here, Eric?
Stand by for coordinates.
Take her away from the door. Man, I can't find a selfie.
Oh, they're shooting back now?
Getting back up to the top of this hill.
Mark him if you can.
I don't see it. No movement.
He's right on the edge.
Hostile in the open.
guy coming down.
Target confirmed.
Down once I can put this cluster on him.
Landed there.
Hostile in the open.
Heading this way. Shit,
Enemy
disregard
UAV
last.
overhead.
Vehicle. Tango front.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Let's stick together, boys.
I'm up on the tower.
I know, but if you go down, you don't have yourself and nobody can pick you up.
Enemy UAV overhead.
They're done. Then we got to try to crawl up that tower and.
Who are you shooting at?
The bounty all the way out there.
Over here. Got us a ride.
Yeah, they're fighting all the way out there.
Marking target location.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Tango spotted.
See him all the way over here.
We give up high ground to go over there.
Enemy UAV overhead.
There's nothing over there. Come on, we're gonna give up high ground to go over there.
Yeah.
It's a mistake.
Yeah.
Tower. Coming to buy maybe?
Yeah.
Tango spotted.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
They're going back.
Enemy vehicle tagged.
Trying a ladder.
Marking target location. Disregard
He's
that.
up there.
Marking target
Keep out
location.
the loadout up there on the blue marker, yellow marker.
Oh, you guys are here with me. Hey. What you trying to do?
Yeah, I see him getting that load.
Well, Perfect and I are gonna fucking chill down here while you all two stay up there and have each other's backs. And then you'd be close enough to pick each other up.
Hostile spotted.
No sight, no sight.
I'm just shooting at the red marker where they marked it at. Praying.
Down to one.
Confirming hostiles. Under fire here. Cancel
Allied
that.
cluster strike
Hey,
inbound.
perfect. Let's watch
Yeah.
this little ledge right here. See that Mosky coming in 200 meters away? It's inside that red
Gas is
building right there.
moving.
I got movement.
He's behind it.
Tango spotted.
I just took off.
Single shooter.
Why is pushing?
Oh, that down that
Enemy
guy
UAV
too.
overhead.
Everyone's in the safe
I'd
zone.
like to know when you're pushing so I can push with you. We're already down here. You don't need
Oh,
to push on your own.
Oh, that's right.
Team wipe though. I got a team wipe. Somebody else from where you guys came from. From 30. From 30. All precision. I'm dead. Well, I got a team wipe. I killed all the 3 guys on the hill. By you, Trader. They're all dead. They're at the gas station. The gas station.
Right here, by me, on my left.
By the-
12,
the loadout.
12, 12, 12. Straight
By the
north.
fire station.
Yeah, I'm getting ripped. Yeah, I'm gonna. Goddamn, every angle, dude. Oh
Let's
go down and around.
Fight to earn redeployment. Lights on.
Vehicle?
Get ready to fight.
Down
You're
and
next.
around, buddy. Down and around. Reset position. Don't let them know that we're going down and around. Come on down and around. Use that mountain. We'll rotate end
Win here and
around.
you return to the
The
front
spy.
line. You lose,
Try to come
the
back
fight
up
is
behind
over.
them. That vehicle's going to the buy right there.
Sort them out or capture the objective.
That should be the other guy. The team that was up there.
Let's go up there. Just spot a guy back. Probably gonna land here thinking that it's all okay. Let's creep up on him. Let's go.
Dead silent.
Okay. Let's got some guns here.
Got an assault rifle. SMG over here.
Oh, man, they're all
Small cal over here. Got some tacticals here.
You guys are getting
Marking
pushed from
target
this
location.
angle,
I don't know.
money. Have eyes on.
There should be a couple dead bodies here.
They're all
Another dead
trail.
body.
Gun here.
Guns here and
Another-
shit.
Dead body
Marking
here.
target location.
Where?
On the blue marker in the middle somewhere. I had down the dude and clustered up right there to the right. There you go. And one more behind that tree. That's right. Yeah. Sniped all them fools.
Still don't have enough for you.
Damn. 31. 34. 33.
Hey, don't forget that we were getting pushed by some other team.
Fly, did you get your money back yet? I mean, your guns?
No, it's.
Did you
right
get
there.
enough guns from everybody else though?
Yeah, I'm
From
all
the
right.
other dead bodies?
Marking target
You
location.
got a sniper?
Disregard that. Eyes on
Behind me,
shoot.
behind me, behind me.
Enemy maneuvering.
West.
Oh, he's like head glitching.
Precision
Right
Precision, get out of here.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Precision come up right there, live marker. Two of them on the live marker.
That's a thing from.
I got 110. One minute right now.
I'm at a minute 10.
Gotta get a move on. We got a long way to run.
40. Nine, 10 teams.
Any y'all need this? Okay. Get to that vehicle.
4 people in that house.
I'm driving.
Land on it, see if we get the win, man.
Stand by for flight.
Far into it.
Flies first back. You're on him.
No, right there, it's all you.
Oh, I thought it was someone that was with me.
It's a weird lag.
6 my time, June 6th. Hey, wanted to jump on real quick just to kind of squelch some of the nonsense that's going on out there. These are paid propaganda specialists. There's one other person that is spreading some rumors. I don't know. I think it's a guy. But anyway, it's just such nonsense that I'm not even going to address a lot of the lower level stuff. I am going to go over some of the other stuff in a video later on. But let me show you guys what I was trying to talk about yesterday in my interview with Trey before he had the attack that he clearly had. All the tech savvy people that are in the Ape Nation and that are on my side pointed it out to you guys exactly what happened. Trey's computer was hit. And you guys saw the quality of the interview. Actually, the experience that Trey and I were having was 100 times worse than what that posted video on YouTube looks like. Because you knew that huge delay that was going on. I couldn't.
We're holding for deployment. Now's a good time to warm up.
Huge delay.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Neutralized.
Fire!
More about one of the things we talked about briefly in the call. I'm going to get into this in much more detail. Just for the time being, I'll float this out there. So, this is the person.
Enough practice. Time for the real thing. Enemy soldier incoming.
Almost expert, top of the list, right?
My screen is still black. My screen is still black.
Battle Royale. Be advised.
Yeah, I
gas
still
is
can't see
closing in.
shit.
Proceed to the safe
Oh,
zone.
there we go. Jesus.
Recon contract located. Recon contract located. There's our recon contract. Take down. Outside. Negative. Cancel that. Contact.
Spotted him. We're having a fight. Mid-air.
I see him. Yeah, y'all really going at it. You guys are circling and everything, bro. Bro.
He's behind me and below me. Yeah, I see him. You're ripping him.
I hit him once, yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's right behind you still.
Single shooter.
Bro, don't do it. If you die, man.
Bro.
Contact.
Get him.
I gotta reload.
Oh, almost died.
Contact.
Oh.
Yeah, I fell low. I almost died like an
Lighting
idiot.
me up!
Enemy soldier incoming.
I'm in their sight.
Oh, he
Targets are up.
made
Get to work.
the roof of the big building right
There
here.
were people there already when we moved in.
Yeah, he's getting worked over, huh?
I'll take
You
it.
guys.
43 on the V.
What do you have for a tick?
You want to get out? Let's get out of here. Get it, get it.
Contact.
Coming, Fedor.
I'm getting out of here, man.
Marking rendezvous vehicle.
Welcome to the Gulag. If you survive, you earn your freedom.
Grab one of these things.
Time for a bit of arduous.
The scabby.
Yep.
Oh, the ones up top, I think. You need a gun or you good?
Going in house.
Car incoming.
Fight kicking
Up
off.
top.
Get ready to fight. You're next. Listen up,
How about we
soldier.
walk this off?
Win here and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done.
I'll be back, I'll
Sort
grab
out.
that.
Drop his armor.
You got roughed up in there. We're bringing you home. It's not over yet. Your team can still buy your release.
Shit, there's somebody there? Toasted. Car incoming? Hell yeah, I got him with the fucking...
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
You can grab that box, it's all yours. Sniper here if anybody wants it.
Sniper rifle. Get it.
That was only 2 of them, I don't know where the third guy is. Probably was a guy.
Ooh, right here on me, on me. Don't see him, don't see him. Somebody just give me a little tap here. It's right on you, perfect.
Taking a wheel.
He was somewhere right in here.
I got movement.
Coming up behind you. Another one outside. No communication.
Oh my gosh. They landed back on there, that's why. Yeah, so when I went in there, there was two more dudes landed.
Whoever was outside of the wall that got killed definitely could have said there's somebody outside the wall. It's tough, man. Alright, Stone.
Alright, it's house.
He went
house. Yep, still, yep, right there. You'll see him right there. No, go back. Yep. He's up there. He's back on this side, he's looking he's coming around your side, on top. Yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
That's tough.
Marking target location.
I'm sure they're still here though.
Still making money.
Storm's coming, I suggest you run.
Get to that
Coming in
vehicle.
fast too.
The vehicle anywhere? Yep.
Yep. It's closest one to you.
Miss out on all that money? I'm not missing out on all that money. It's crazy. I can't miss out on all that
Hostile
money, man.
spotted.
We got, most one is
I'm
going
gonna
right to
miss out on all
that.
that money. Fuck.
You can still make it to that scabby, maybe.
Stand by for coordinates.
They hardly saw you and they're coming.
Yeah, good.
Eyes on aid station.
Who's the first two met?
Me and Stone and Eric. Stone and
Oh, fuck. That's her top two on the top. I'm sorry. Stone,
That's fine.
I fucked
That's fine.
you.
That's fine.
I fucked you and I'm
That's
sorry.
Survive.
I'm on the wheel.
Fuck those little bitches.
Suck. Anywhere but where I'm at? niggas.
Heal up, heal up.
Fuck! I can't!
These niggas are assholes, bro.
Fucking pussies.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
This guy's at TV station too. They couldn't even start shooting sooner, motherfuckers.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Yeah, this should go right here.
Stand by for coordinates.
Move to the target area. You don't have long. Friendly UAV overhead.
I'll take the wheel.
She knows her place. But I know I'm like a bitch.
Losing ground.
Sure, yeah.
Everyone's in the safe zone.
Contract complete. Your payment has been authorized.
Vendor marked.
I can buy him back. Coming. Pretty good.
I do happen to have enough if you want to.
Yep, yep. I was trying to burn him in. There's shit in here, not a gun.
Assault rifle marked.
Someone just grabbed this scabby on the corner of this building. So we know
Marking
there's people
waypoint
here.
coordinates.
Alright.
Enemy team is tracking your
Right at it.
position.
I'm open doors here too.
I'll grab this bounty.
Objective updated. Secure that position.
We can bail out to that area.
I'm gonna drop it in.
What are we doing over
Get him, get him. There you go.
Tried to jump
Okay.
on me, I think he turned around.
Right here.
Just see me down low here to the northeast. Another one.
Tracking enemy. Target appears hostile.
Lethal out.
Yeah, he's gonna revive right now in that tent.
Sustaining fire.
Down on top. Tapped up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, another one.
Top.
Get up.
What? Didn't Eric have suffer from it?
Oh,
So there's
you
somebody
have
on the
to
south
the left. That's gotta be two different.
Oh yeah, that's why. Shot me. You guys landing up top where we just were with Heli is.
Perfect. I'm going for the recon.
Oh, perfect's down.
Coming back for you.
This guy right above you
Get your
guys.
ass up! Marking target location.
Perfect muted.
Must be. Does Perfect need plates? That's on the
Fucking was muted. God damn it. Somebody who just bought right back here in front of me, right in front of me.
yeah, it's a recon.
Somebody's on me.
Yeah. Can you get to me? We're gonna group here, man. Totally. But we need to get
Somebody's to
some money.
my left. Somebody's to my left. I can hear them. They're coming out. They're coming out.
Must be in that building.
You can move.
Another door.
Receiving hostile fire.
Fucking up top of the building, on top of the building.
Yeah.
You don't still get that when you're down? That's bullshit.
Full hard out there. Return to base for
Alright, I'm
debrief.
done.
Me too.
Yeah.
I gotta eat dinner. I'll holler.
Dude.
Probably be back on later.
Alright.
Later dudes.
Later.
Damn. Alright, just like that. That's cool, I guess. Doing a little side work here, you know?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Yahoo News. Trump is telling people he thinks he'll be reinstated as president in August, according to a report. This is almost certainly complete nonsense. It behooves the Democratic Party and media to foment this kind of hysteria and this kind of absurd fantasy that Trump is speaking about this because, well, Sidney Powell and General Michael Flynn had made statements, and therefore, because of that, he's telling people he's going to be reinstated. You see, in a couple of months in August, Trump plans on a return, like Napoleon or like Freddy Krueger. You see, we'll never get rid of him. He's a nightmare. Meanwhile, we have issues with inflation. The last jobs report showed unemployment increasing. We have a tremendous crisis on numerous fronts, from foreign policy to domestic policy, a whole bunch of issues that Democrats don't want to address. Biden's America is not as safe. Crime is up exponentially in many cities. It's not as safe, it's not as prosperous as Trump's America. That's a fact. That's a categorical fact. The meltdown of Democrats and liberal voters, the absolute, unmitigated, unhinged meltdown. This was during record low unemployment. You had some people saying they hoped for a recession because democracy was at stake. They were completely obsessed with taking this man down. That's it. They were just obsessed because they lost control of the federal government for 4 years, of the executive branch, and they were mortified. They needed to save face, so they got Jeff Sessions and others. And that brings me to the absurd message board that I told everyone not to listen to. Go to hagoodman.com. You could see my debate with one of the people who started the whole thing, where I completely refute and debunk and expose to the world that the whole thing was complete nonsense. In 2018, I told everyone not to listen to absurd message boards, ludicrous message boards. It helps the Democratic Party to have supporters of President Trump believe things that can't happen. It helps them tremendously. It actually gives them a great deal of political momentum. Democrats have zero political momentum. That's why they have to politicize every element of society, every single possible element of society, from Jimmy Kimmel to sports to ESPN. That's why Kwame Brown is such a hero in my book. The man is a legend, and he deserves 10 million subscribers. I believe it's Kwame Brown Bust Life, his YouTube channel. God bless him. He took on a sports establishment very similar to the Democratic Party and the Washington Post and New York Times and CNN and MSNBC. He took them on. It wasn't just a sports establishment. It was Charlemagne the God. It was an entire public relations media apparatus, and he completely annihilated all of them and decimated all of them. So God bless Kwame Brown. I like people who defend themselves and fight and don't allow this monstrosity, this public relations monstrosity, to get to them. So what he did was an amazing thing. Trump did that up until the last year of his presidency. Then you had absurd message boards take hold of a lot of people's mentality. The message board was nonsense, okay? The LMNOP absurd message board. Now you have Democrats focusing on that also, because they have nothing to really. There are no policies that they're proud of. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. Maggie Haberman of the New York Times apparently broke this story, which there's no evidence to back this up. There's no evidence to back this up. There's simply no data or quote or anything like that. There's absolutely zero No quotes, no evidence, no nothing. And the journalists were talking about, who knows if this is true, but in the DNC emails 4 years ago, a reference alluding to that. So
what's up?
The issue with this story is the following. They don't look. Democrats don't have anything that they can say. Look, this is an amazing achievement of our beloved President Biden's administration. What's the achievement aside from Trump not being in office? Give me an achievement. Is the economy better? It's not rebounding in the manner that it should, and unemployment went up. We now have issues with inflation, which is bizarre because our economy is not. Usually, inflation happens when the economy is heating up or when there is tremendous structural problems with the economy. Neither is taking place now. And then they say, well, this is a pandemic related. When they say, well, people lost their jobs because of the pandemic. No, people lost their jobs and people's lives were upended because of the response primarily by Democratic governors. They tried to blame Trump for everything. And we're finding out now that Trump was right about a lot. But again, everything from Hunter's emails to the origins to a whole lot of things, you couldn't talk about those things. Those were fantasies, tinfoil hat nonsense. Now you can talk about them, kind of. And so what media does is, there's a reason something like 40% of Americans, 60% of Americans distrust media, something along those lines. 40% of Americans distrust media. And then a much smaller percentage actually trust media. And that's because and most Americans believe that journalists generally have their own political biases at stake, or they run stories and focus on stories that correlate with their political viewpoints and vantage points. That's obvious. You had all of media, the White House press corps, social media algorithms, CNN, MSNBC, all of Hollywood. I mean, everything's politicized. Trump's Twitter account was another trap it was a trap. He fell for it. That the past year, like last year, he shouldn't even have had the Twitter account because it gave Democrats political momentum. His Twitter account gave Democrats political momentum because when they're indignant, when they feel morally superior, they're capable of anything. The most vengeful, despicable type of behavior. And that's why they want Trump indicted by the New York prosecutors. These are all Democrats. This is Tammany Hall. The Mueller team was all hardcore Democrats. It was completely partisan. So they say, well, the Arizona recount's partisan. But what do you think the Mueller probe was? Completely partisan. Of course the Arizona recount is partisan, but math isn't partisan. So that's a different topic altogether. The issue here, ladies and gentlemen, is don't believe nonsense. You don't need to believe nonsense. All you have to do is cruise to the victory in 2022. You just have to run the ball now. If it's a football analogy or metaphor, you're in a football game. This is a football game. 2022, the House historically just goes to the opposition party, and with the way Biden's going, it'll be a landslide for Republicans, Trump Republicans, because all the never-Trumpers will be primaried out. You just have to run the ball. You're up by 35 points right now.
Securing B.
People actually miss President Trump. A lot of people, like I do, but a lot of people who didn't vote for him, miss President Trump. Because now look what we have. Zero accomplishments. Name me an accomplishment. Now we have inflation, a stagnant economy, foreign policy that's in complete disarray. He's going to keep Americans in never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts longer than Trump's negotiated deal. Okay, tell me how the country is better off, aside from we don't have a media meltdown now. And media doesn't even investigate the stories it used to investigate. So, give me your thoughts below, hit subscribe right now. Just run the ball out until 2022. Don't throw a pass to, right to the linebacker, you know, the linebacker staring in front of, don't throw the pass right into Pelosi's hands, okay? There's no reason for that, my God almighty. If you believe in nonsense, ladies and gentlemen, help the Democratic Party. I've been saying this for 3 years now, and Democrats and CNN and others want you to believe this nonsense. Trump cannot be reinstated. There's no mechanism for that. And furthermore, he never, ever, ever was talking about that. He knows he can't be reinstated. It's absurd. Give me your thoughts below and subscribe right now to this channel. I'm going to give you truth, just like I gave you truth last year, 3 years ago. And I told everyone, don't believe in nonsense you don't have to. Give me your...
Interesting point.
Losing A. Charlie. Losing C. We're taking Bravo. Losing Alpha. Enemy UAV overhead.
Target spotted.
We have taken control. That takes 2. Losing Charlie. Allied UAV overhead. Lost Charlie. Enemy UAV overhead. Located at B. Allied cluster strike incoming. Losing Alpha. Precision airstrike. Get down. Securing Charlie. We're on Bravo. Stand by. Enemy VTOL. AO. They have to retake. Back up at Alpha. Bravo. They're losing. Retake those points. Round Charlie, stand by. Round Charlie, stand by. Enemies are coming to Bravo.
I'm reloading.
Allied securing B. Securing B. Securing Alpha. And the VTOL is the AO. Securing Alpha. Stand by. Securing Charlie.
I'm reloading.
They've reached the halfway point. Get moving. Assist your team at B. You're needed at Bravo. C. Assist your team at B. Allied UAV overhead. Needed at B. Enemy. Allied C. Losing C. Enemy overhead. Alpha, stand by. Enemy at the turret. Charlie. Overhead. Charlie. Securing Alpha. Strike in. Assist your team at B. C. Losing B. Allied UAV overhead. You'll need it at B. We're on Alpha, stand by. Losing Charlie. We're on Alpha, stand by. Allied UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead. Assist your team at C. Enemy at the front. On Alpha, stand by.
Mag J.
Assist your team at B.
Kill the hostile.
Back up at Bravo. Allied.
Going out.
Bravo, go. Back up Charlie. Enemy UAV overhead. Losing B. Securing Alpha. Losing C. Precision airstrike. Get down. Securing Alpha. Enemy has Bravo. You're down at C. Losing C.
I'm low.
Your team at C. We're losing. Take those points. Securing Alpha. Alpha secure. Losing Alpha. Shuttle. We're out of enough. Stand by. Falling behind. Securing shuttle.
Reloading.
Securing Bravo.
Mag J.
Securing. Stand by. We captured. Stand by.
Got one.
AO. Stand by. Bravo. Rest your wounds. We return soon.
just gotta find another video there. Why not? Let's try this one. Go this one here.
Readers should be aware of the fact that in 1999, 4 of Hollywood's gay A-listers were accused of sexually abusing teenage boys. They include X-Men movie director Bryan Singer, former president of BBC Worldwide America and head of programming for Fox, NBC and Warner Brothers, Garth Ancier, Gary Goddard, the head of a Los Angeles-based entertainment design group, the Goddard Group, and former president of Disney TV, David Newman. Newman previously worked with the
We've only
ringleader
got
of the
12 late.
aforesaid
Such
perversion,
bullshit.
Mark Collins Rector, who is best known for founding the notable .com failure digital entertainment network, a precursor to YouTube. Rector's former business partners were boyfriend Chad Shackley and former child star Brock Pierce, who is now a board member of the Bitcoin Foundation. Rector hosted lavish homosexual parties whose guests included Jewish homosexual entertainment mogul David Geffen, who
Makes
along with
sense.
Jewish businessman Jeffrey Katzenberg and Jewish movie producer Steven Spielberg, founded DreamWorks SKG. It was at those
Okay.
parties
I get it
that
now.
Collins Rector and others allegedly sexually assaulted half a dozen teenage boys. According to 2 sets of civil lawsuits, the first filed between 1999 and 2002, and the second in 2014. If you would like to read more, please consider purchasing our featured author's book at
This was a
killingireland.com.
gold organ. Didn't even level it up here. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Jeez. It's kind of wild.
No shade. I seen with my. No disputing it. There's no debating it. It's just proven beyond any doubt.
Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to Camelot Daily's efforts, please consider purchasing one of our many custom graphic tees or a book from our featured author. Thank you.
is 2020. It isn't part of the victory, it's all of the victory. Because if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it fall, did it make a sound? Same thing. We have the holy water, we have the crosses, we have the garlic, we have the sunshine that'll vaporize these psychic vampires, but we've got to get it out there to the people, and that's where you come in, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. President Trump, I would say, has reemerged and has put out a string of powerful videos over the weekend, one which is extremely cryptic in that soon we will take control of the White House again sooner than you think, meaning obviously as evidence mounts that there was proven election fraud, and as evidence mounts that Joe Biden is a communist Chinese agent, and as evidence mounts that Fauci, working with Obama and others, launched COVID-19 to try to bring down the U.S. and embarrass President Trump and bring in the Great Reset, that they're going to be removed. So this is an incredible statement by Trump, and you add that into China hit us with this virus, and a lot of the president's surrogates, he is the real president, that's just a fact, are now coming out and saying it was obviously released on purpose, and this was all done by design, and mainstream news now saying, we bet the deep state launches a cyber attack, we bet the deep state's behind the cyber attacks, which obviously it is. The deep state's just corporate criminals worldwide, James Bond villains, but for real. As all of this comes out, we are in an insane time. This is an incredibly dangerous time, an incredibly amazing time. A lot of good things are happening, a lot of bad things. Everybody better be praying for awakening, for peace, for justice, and for protection of our children particularly, and that other eyes be open, other hearts be open, other minds be open, and that we reject this evil that's being injected into us by the New World Order, all this cultural evil, all the propaganda, the human-animal cloning that's now being announced everywhere. I mean, they're really making their move in their transhumanist revolution to play God. But first, let's get to the big clip. Here's Trump cryptically, and when it looks like a hotel ballroom, releasing several cryptic statements. We'll get to some more of them later, but here's the big one.
I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support you've shown. We're going to take back the Senate, take back the House. We're going to take back the White House, and sooner than you think, it's going to be really something special. But the love and the affection and the respect that you've given all of us, it's really important. The Republican Party is stronger than it's ever been, and it's going to be a lot stronger than it is right now. We're going to turn it around. We're going to turn it around fast. Thank you all very much. That support has been so incredible. Thank you.
That is a big deal. That is a declaration of war against the deep state that has said, they've said it publicly, if he continues to run the Republican Party and goes around the country getting other good members elected to the House and Senate and gubernatorial positions and legislative positions, in corporate positions, pushing people to those positions, that they're going to indict his son, him, Giuliani, I guess he didn't have a dog, but the dog, if he had one, they'll indict a ham sandwich, that they're going to go after Trump with those indictments if he doesn't back down. Well, he's not backing down, so you got to admire that. Trump's got his problems. God, does he have them? Like going along with that idiot demon Fauci. But other than that, I mean, they don't want him in there. And boy, don't you wish we had him now with what Biden and all these criminals are doing. There is so much to cover. There's also more good news. Huge federal court ruling overturning California's ban on AR-15s. So a lot of good things happening. Wow. The globalists stole the election. They're trying to destroy populists all over the world, but the planet, the universe, humanity is a two-way street. And we are discovering our power, and we are fighting back in the intellectual war, the economic war, and the spiritual war as well. Thank you so much for joining us again here on the Sunday edition of the Alex Jones Show. We'll be here for the next 2 hours ahead of Sunday Live, another 2 hours of live Sunday night radio/TV and analysis with Owen Schroyer. Find all the show times, links, videos, articles, and forbidden verboten information at freeworldnews.tv.
Capture and hold the objectives.
The new URL is every link has its own special link. And of course, watching this later. Wuhan bioweapon attack, as the understanding of that now becomes mainstream. And he also says who the hell's running the White House, because Biden isn't. And that dovetails with his statement about we'll have him out of there soon, because it's not just 25th Amendment, it's the fact that he is a Chi-Con agent. He lied to Congress, others lied to Congress, his appointees lied to Congress. Like the Attorney General, who knows damn well and had seen the documents that Biden did meet with Chinese officials for money. I mean, the whole rotten ship is going down. There's no way they're getting away with what they've done. There's no way they're going to be able to reverse all this. So that's coming up. Let me do this, though. Let me tell you what else I'm going to get to, and then I'm going to hit the free speech area that's really ripened now to an extremely important level if we act now. And so before I get to that big piece of news, let me just explain this to wonderful listeners and incredible viewers. If you notice, everything we talk about a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago is now word for word mainstream news. That is because almost no one else at this level covers this information. And so we put it out, it percolates, others research, and then when it becomes safe to put it out, folks that are not against humanity and not against God and not against their own self-interest, by the way, they're just common sense, are able to then put the information out. That's why InfoWars, I was thinking about this last night and this morning, InfoWars is so incredibly important. And this morning I was thinking about saying this on air, and I said, you really shouldn't say this because they'll come after you even more, but they already know. The enemy knows. That's why Trump was forbidden, according to the chief of staff at the time, General Kelly and others, to even be able to see InfoWars, because it was so accurate. It would tell him what was right under his nose, how he was being spied on illegally, how they were really Chinese agents, the rest of it. And so you need to understand that when you support this broadcast and when you share the articles and videos, you have changed the world. You have fought back. And it seems like a small thing to promote a radio show, a small thing to share articles, but it's not. It's a big thing, especially when you get attacked or censored yourself for it. But it's a life and death thing. It's because it's being censored that you need to promote it. So I want to just say this at the start of the broadcast here. I do not get the credit for this. And this is important. I know you don't want credit. You're just like me. You want freedom and justice for your children and grandchildren in the future. And you hate seeing evil take over. I understand. But you need to let it soak in that the audience of this broadcast is not an audience. You are fighters. You are people that have literally not lived in the bleachers, not sat there in the peanut gallery, but you have been the men and women in the arena. And I don't care if you're an old lady living in a trailer park in Indiana, or you're a black man living in a tiny apartment in Chicago, or you're a Hispanic person living in Austin, Texas, who lives in a shack. I don't care what kind of car you got, or if you don't have a car, or any of that. I care about, do you care about freedom, and do you want to stand up for what you know is right, that your conscience tells you is right, because God created you. And God gave you a directive. If that's the case, and you spread the word, and you take action, it changes the world. So, I salute you. That is not empty words. That is not something to make you feel good. That is something that's the truth, and that you need to recognize. Because when I see the awesome power of InfoWars, despite all my problems and all of it, God still rose me up to do this, just like he's done you. And I see how we've affected change, and how InfoWars is the dominant, countervailing zeitgeist to Satan's zeitgeist. InfoWars is the fount, is the progenitor, is the detonation point for the modern resistance now and going into the future. And I want you to understand that you are InfoWars. You are the resistance. This crew, all of you, the radio stations, the affiliates, the sponsors, the people praying for us, you have done incredible things. And I just want it to soak in, so that when you got made fun of, or you lost your job for what you did, or any of that stuff, it was worth it, because God's watching, and because it's actually bearing fruit. Now, stuff's going to get hellish, but it's going to do that anyway. Satan's real. I mean, Satan's making a move. Everything we do is going to lighten how bad what we're going to go through as a civilization is going to be. Because we're going to live and see the mark of the beast, Satan's world government. You will see the Antichrist. You will see 1/4 of the Earth's population killed. You will see giant pillars and mountains of fire that John the Revelator witnessed when God took him to the future to see it. And it's going to be rough. And I don't know if it's a year from now or 20 from now, but I'm telling you this right now, it's all moving fast that direction. And you're like, well, then why do we fight it? Well, it's our job to fight it. And it's in that process of struggling with it that it crests and wins for just a very short period of time. Satan gets up there on that pinnacle of power and he gets to have his panopticonic counterfeit of God, total surveillance, artificial AI, artificial omnipresence. It's a cheap shadow of a shadow of a shadow of a shadow, but it will be something like it. Predicts the future, people under its control, it can control the future. Once humans act like automatons, it will dominate and control them. This thing is going to build, it's going to work for a while, and then it's going to disintegrate. They'll be able to cure cancer, they tell you. And in a couple of years, that person will die a violent death from side effects. They'll be able to do promise they can download your soul into a computer. All of this is a fraud. All of this is a lie, and we are going to be here to witness and to see it. It's going to be spectacular. So don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you depressed. Don't let it get you into a position of where you absorb all this evil and then you feel bad and you feel depressed and you commit suicide. Don't do that. Commit yourself to fight against the New World Order. Warn others, love others, have justice, bring light into the world, and know that it's a process and that we're going to go through this. It's going to make us much, much stronger and much, much closer to God. Thank you all for your support as well. Buying the products keeps us on air. The big sale ends tomorrow. Store-wide free shipping. It actually ends tonight. Double Patriot points, 40% off. DNA Force Plus, 50% off some of the other products. That sale ends tonight. Good clutch. Air listeners, I had the clutch singer on like 10 years ago. Good guys. Smart guys. Better look out. All right, let me stop talking about that and get serious here because I didn't get rabbit trail, but just let me tell you what's coming up. I'm going to hit the Trump news next segment where he says Biden's about to be out of office. I mean, that's just like, whoa. I saw that last night, and I just about fell out of my chair. I mean, the implications of that, what that means, Trump wouldn't just say that if he wasn't going to try it. Trump better have really good Secret Service coverage because they were scared to kill him when he was in office. And if they kill him, it'll make him a martyr. But I've weighed the globalist mindset. I've looked into their bean counting, their abacus, and you can say the scales of their arithmetic and the topography of their navigation, their political wilderness. And I just don't see how they don't try to kill him. They're desperate. They want to maintain control. In fact, they launched that bio-attack's coming out. But let me hit this big piece of news first, because this is so important to Congress and to the House and Senate, to America, to the world. And it really is what we face. This is what globalism is unaccountable corporate governance. I believe in libertarian ideas when it comes to social issues and things. I'm a live and let live person. But when it comes to governance, corporations simply become government when they're left unchecked by government. So we need a limited government, a republic, to protect us from the equivalent of the modern East India Company, which became more powerful than pretty much the British Empire itself, and became its own military, its own governance, its own unaccountable system. Reason doesn't really come from government. Government's just raw power, the raw execution. Well, under corporate governance, that's what you really end up with. So people can argue about section in the legislation, in the law, where big tech has all these different systems where they are given immunity, Section 230. And we can harp on that all day, and people have been harping on that, instead of going, how does big tech lie to Congress and say they don't spy on anybody or collect any data or sell that data when on record that's their business and they do? It's like saying cows aren't cows or the sky isn't blue. I mean, it's next level. It's absolutely next level. And I kind of went off this segment singing along to the Clutch song, so I'm a little bit
what?
Had a false start this segment. So this next piece of news is so big,
intriguing,
that I'm not going to cover it till the next segment. And then I'm going to cover the huge Trump news. And I'm going to just restart the broadcast when we come back after the break that's coming up in a few minutes.
Okay.
Because this has got to be said just right. Because I've been harping on this, and I've been explaining this to people, and I've been going over this ad nauseum, and no one has listened to me in Congress. Trump wouldn't listen to me. I have given this speech to former heads of U.S. intelligence agencies. I've given the speech at dinner with U.S. senators off record. I've given the speech with top talk show hosts off record. I've given the speech everywhere till I'm blue in the face. And no one seems to understand what I'm saying. And finally, I got up this morning and I turned on my little devilish iPad, and there was Ted Cruz saying it right out of his mouth. And, you know, you can talk about Ted Cruz, and some people don't like him, and he stabbed Trump in the back and all that. It doesn't matter. Ted Cruz is probably the smartest person in government. Rand Paul's really smart as well. I mean, quite frankly, they're both politically and intellectually way smarter than Trump. Trump has really good instincts and some things, but as sneaky as Cruz is, you just can't ignore the fact that he would be an incredible president if he actually worked for us. And I think Cruz wants to work for America. I think he believes in the idea. I think he believes enough in himself that he doesn't want to try to hold other people back. Because that's the real mark of a man, is that you don't want to suppress other people because you're insecure. I would like to see Ted Cruz as president one day, even though he's attacked me and all the rest of it, and he's also defended me. I just know that he would run circles around the globalists if we got him in there. But obviously, he doesn't have some of that destiny like Trump has. Like he bet on Glenn Beck. He also has some blind spots. But Ted Cruz has learned a lot. We all learn. I've learned a lot. But Ted Cruz presented the world on Fox News this weekend the keys to freedom. The keys to everything. But see, now I figured out why. When I was saying I was libertarian, because I like the ideas of it, it makes sense at one level till you understand how complex things are, and that power always amasses, and always, whether it's communism or fascism or corporatism or whatever it is, it always masses together and becomes authoritarian. And so the globalists spend billions and billions pushing libertarian thought. So, leave corporations alone. We don't need any regulations on them. When you see the local socialist, Agenda 21, code enforcer not letting you cut a tree down in your backyard that fell on your house in a storm, you go, hey, the tree fell over, and Austin says, sorry, doesn't matter the tree got struck by lightning or there was a tornado. You've got to replace it with that many inches of tree. And you're like, a 30-inch oak? I don't have the money to find a 30-inch oak. And you're like, I don't like government. Government sucks. Yeah. And then corporations become just like that and behave just the same. So you got to have some type of balance there. But I'm digressing. I'm going to try to cut right to the heart of the matter, because this is a very simple issue. But if the world gets it, it's over for the New World Order. Because I figured out their plan with this libertarian thing. Because I've said it over again, I am not a large L libertarian anymore. Because I figured this out. Let me just tell you what's coming up next hour. West Point is putting people in solitary confinement that don't take the deadly gene therapy, genetic engineering, Frankenshots, in Indian towns that refuse the inoculation because the town elders are, there's video throwing out the UN injectors. They're having their power cut off for not taking the voluntary injections. And it's all over the news that they're going to start doing similar things here in the United States. This is a giant exercise in tyranny. If they can put something in your body that's experimental and secret on top of it, they can do anything. And now massive new studies have come out from prestigious institutes saying this is a mistake. It was done on purpose. But see, they're good scientists. They're like, this is a mistake. It's causing an autoimmune response in the body to these spike proteins. And these proteins are all in the body, and the body is eating holes in itself, the brain, the lungs, and the heart. This is terrible. Why are you doing it? Fauci did studies at UT in 2012, and the studies said, do not ever create a vaccine that tries to block a cold virus protein because the virus is made out of the same stuff as your body. Good God! And that's why so many people I know that are smart are freaking out. I have trouble. I sat there today for like an hour staring out the window. Just like, why are they doing this? I mean, the heart attacks, the death, it's depopulation. It's real simple. And it's an IQ test. If you're dumb enough to take this stuff, they think you deserve to die. And again, it killed rats on average in a couple months. And rats, a couple months, like a couple years in humans. And it's a dead reckoning thing, but that's why they do it. And it telegraphs the studies do that. So, I mean, Dr. Tenpenny says 6 months to a year. Other scientists, Wolfgang Wodark says about a year. Don, the former head of Pfizer, their chief scientist, he said, yeah, I think about a year. If you look at the rat studies, it's a month or two with rats and about a year or two with humans. I mean, we're going to just see dead people everywhere. I mean, and it's like, there's mystery illnesses that are causing strokes and heart attacks and people becoming like Alzheimer's patients when they're 10 years old, 30 years old. That's mystery neurological disorders in Europe and the UK and the US. Suddenly hospitals are full. There's the RT headline. It's happening and it's probably spreading. Canadian health officials baffled by mystery deadly brain disease.
Yeah, I know that one.
I probably said 100 times last year. They'll call it mystery neurological disorders. It's all happening like a damn slow motion train wreck. See, I'm not one of these guys that says, stay with us all. I'm going to cover it next hour. I just got to it right then, but I'm going to show you all the articles next hour. Let's get to this right now. And I wasn't gushing earlier over Ted Cruz. It's just satisfying to see somebody that gets it. And all the time, no one gets what I'm saying but Ted Cruz. And I'm not kissing his ass. It's just that, my God, you're like thrown overboard into the ocean. You know, you grab onto whatever you can get. Here it is, Ted Cruz. Fauci emails show Facebook operating as extension of government, now exposed to legal liability. Bingo, bingo, ding, 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 ding. You win the jackpot. Because I've studied international law, studied our law. All these big tech corporations are working and partnered with government, usually whatever party's in power, to suppress their political enemies, to suppress their financial enemies, to suppress their technological enemies, which is violation of trust laws, and surveillance laws they're violating. And they've now become government institutions. Facebook has 3 billion members. It bans speeches in Congress and scientists that speak. And DeSantis has a hearing with a bunch of scientists, and Fauci doesn't like it, so they ban that off YouTube. This is incredible governmental meddling. If the FBI ran the post office and wouldn't let you mail letters criticizing Fauci, you'd say, get rid of the FBI, right? The FBI get in trouble, right? Well, this is just digital mail. Oh, but it's a free corporation. You're talking to somebody. They're surveilling you in live time, Facebook admits, and then even saying in their internal documents, well, we really want to suppress the truth. You know, doesn't matter. They're telling their fact checkers, listen, we're really worried about people being truthful. To suppress it, particularly compelling, truthful narratives that block people taking their shots. Oh, really? Like, hey, my wife took it and she's dead. Well, don't let them show that. So here's Ted Cruz explaining to the Fox News host that, do you understand that Facebook is meshed with bureaucracies and government agencies in live time, suppressing the people of the country and what we say? That's Ceausescu's Romania. That's Kim Jong-un's North Korea. That's Xi Jinping's China. That's Stalin's Russia. That's Hitler's Germany. I mean, this is the Muhammad Ali. You know, like, he's the greatest boxer. Like, that's the standard. Well, this is the Muhammad Ali of tyranny. I mean, this is when you're doing that in live time, baby. I mean, there's a ceiling on this. That's like as high as you can get. It's as bad as it is. And Congress just sits there and goes, "Is it true you track us with the phones?" And Sundar, the head of Google, goes, "No, we've never tracked anyone's phone." And the senators go, "Thank you for telling me that. I heard you do it."
Quite accurate.
I mean, these people, most of these judges, most of these senators are literally morons. They were put in power because they're idiots and because they'll do whatever the globalists say. But I'm sorry. The full Ted Cruz interview is like 10 minutes long. It's on InfoWars. But here's part of it. Here it is.
First, here's the Fauci flip-flop over a 2-week period. Watch.
Dr. Barrett does not do gain-of-function research, and if it is, it's according to the guidelines, and it is being conducted in North Carolina. And if you look at the grant, and you look at the progress reports, it is not gain-of-function, despite the fact that people tweet that.
It would have been almost a dereliction of our duty if we didn't study this. And the only way you can study these things is you've got to go where the action is. So we had a modest collaboration with very respectable Chinese scientists who are world experts on coronavirus. And we did that through a sub-grant from a larger grant to EcoHealth.
Wow. Okay. Joining me right now to discuss this is Senator Ted Cruz. He sits on the Senate Judiciary and Foreign Relations Committees. Senator, good morning to you. It is wonderful to see you this morning. I want to get right into the Facebook connection. But first, Senator, tell us, did Fauci commit perjury just there?
It sure looks like it. He looked at Rand Paul's eyes and told a flat-out falsehood. And unfortunately, this has been a pattern with Dr. Fauci, that what he says on Monday somehow isn't the same as what he says on Tuesday. But don't worry, what he says on Wednesday is almost certain to be different. And I got to say, this email dump that came out makes clear that this is not just being sloppy. It is systematic, and it is systematically an effort to mislead the American people. And as you noted, he wasn't doing it alone, but he was doing it with much of the U.S. government behind him, and with Facebook and big tech operating as an extension of the U.S. government in order to silence any views that disagreed, not with the science, because he wasn't looking for the science, he was suppressing the science, but rather trying to silence anything that disagreed with the political narrative that was convenient that he was pushing at that moment.
And then Cruz goes on to explain in the law, now that they've done that, they've totally opened themselves up to liability, to FOIA requests, to everything. You can't have the government. Imagine if the government teamed up with the Dallas Cowboys to spy on you. You'd be like, arrest Jerry Jones. But if it's Facebook or Twitter, then it's okay. They hired over 1 million trained fact checkers in the last 4 years by the ADL and Southern Poverty Law Center to now run all the big tech and be in your private accounts, reading your private messages. I mean, this is a giant spy scandal, and it's government all linked up with the corporations doing it and then hiding behind that corporate wall saying it's a private company. No, it's not. It's a criminal mafia cabal. I just played a little bit of that Ted Cruz clip, but you know, I'm going to do something because Cruz and his guest, or he's the guest, the host, really lay it all out in the first 5 minutes of the interview. How, whether it's COVID-19 or whether it's election fraud or whether it's the Second Amendment or whether it's Antifa existing, you know, they gaslight us and go, Antifa doesn't exist. These are mostly peaceful protests. Second biggest burn down of the cities in U.S. history. And then if you go, oh, look, here's Antifa beating up an old lady. Twitter takes your Twitter account away from Savannah Hernandez. Oh, we can't have her. She's a conservative, smart, good-looking Latina who's out showing these thugs beating up women, well, we'll just ban her for them. Same thing they do whenever all the footage comes out on the national news. They try to edit it and cut it down and claim Republicans are out burning things down. I mean, the level of lies is insane. And Jack Dorsey and all these people are protecting that. They are protecting Twitter. Congress is. And they're protecting Facebook, and they're protecting it, and it's doing illegal things. Facebook and Google particularly are light years worse than Twitter with the data mining and the activities they're involved in. So I always get behind, and that's fine. I'm going to hit the huge Trump news next hour, the first part of it. Then I'm going to hit the military news, the global destabilization news, the clear hack attacks. Now even mainline analysts are saying are coming from corporations, the deep state. Why do we keep thinking governments are the ones hacking things or governments are the ones destabilizing things? It's global corporations. They're bigger than governments.
Yes.
Facebook has 3 billion members. You really think Zuckerberg really runs that? You really think Biden's running anything? Let's start talking about who stands to gain from the lockdowns. The big corporations doubled and tripled their profits. That's how you got to start thinking. Key bono. But look at these headlines. Twitter declares access to its platform a human right amid censorship of conservatives. And when I saw that headline come out Friday night, before I even read the headline, I knew what it was going to say. They want to be able to overthrow governments by manipulating who gets political support and who doesn't, and letting their operatives run flash mobs, and then Twitter sends that message to everybody that's in the particular country, just like the Arab Spring. They admit Twitter worked with Google and Facebook to throw out moderates, put radical Muslims in, and then blow up hundreds of churches in 1 week alone in, where was it? Egypt and other areas. So all the tie-dyes and all the trendy outfits and all of it is a cover that this is a mechanized army. If space aliens landed and were wearing tie-dyes, I just expect everybody would just bow down to him. Or if Hitler wore tie-dyes, and be like, well, Hitler's going to kill me, but it's okay. He's got a shaved Buddhist head and a big Buddha beard, and, you know, he's wearing an electric orange-yellow tie-dye. It's okay. He lets the ADL and Southern Poverty Law Center, 50,000 of them at Twitter alone. It's in the news. 1 million plus have been trained for big tech across the board. ADL, Southern Poverty Law Center, trains them in a 2-month course in the last 4 years, and then they are in your computer. They are in your private messages. They are in your email if you use Gmail, and they are watching you, and they're admitting they're watching you. And then they get upset if you criticize them and ban you. They're bullies. They're thugs. They're cult leaders. They're capturing us. They're imprisoning us. They're training us to live in a prison, a digital surveillance prison. And now they've got physical 200 square foot coffin apartments ready for us. Oh, but it's trendy, and the people selling it are wearing tie-dyes, so it must be okay. They're not hippies living in some VW bus out by the river. They're not anti-war people. They're not non-threatening. They're evil. They're powerful. And they learn to look non-threatening. It's called camouflage. And as soon as you figure that out, the smarter you're going to be and the more you've got a chance at surviving. But I digress. Think about that statement. Twitter declares access to its platform a human right amid censorship of conservatives. And they say, here it is, Twitter policy. We are deeply concerned by the blocking of Twitter in Nigeria. Access to the free and open internet is an essential human right in modern society. Hashtag open internet. We will work to restore access for all those in Nigeria who rely on Twitter to communicate and connect with the world. But you know what they found out? Twitter was banning pro-government people with an AI program by the hundreds of thousands in Africa's most populous nation. Just like Twitter and Facebook banned members of the UK Parliament and members, our president's banned. You've got, in Australia, they're banning members of Parliament that simply say we shouldn't have endless lockdown and masks don't work. Oh, the UN says you're not allowed to say that. Again, the UN says what we can say, the UN says what we can do. Think about it. So you need to go watch the full Ted Cruz video because they get into all of that. But you're probably thinking what I'm thinking. This is pretty oxymoronic. It's hypocritical, it's paradoxical.
Yeah.
To sit there and to say to you that, oh my gosh, we're so concerned about free speech. Everyone has a right to know what should ever be censored. No one should ever be locked.
What the fuck is everybody doing tonight?
Oh, you know. We're Google, we're never evil. We're Twitter, we're never evil. And then they're just reign of terror.
Sunday?
You know, letting Antifa say where people live, letting Antifa say they're going to come kill people at their houses, letting Antifa say where Rand Paul, Tucker Carlson live, and where I live. And Facebook says, oh, you're allowed to even prepare violence against Alex Jones. Because they're the liberals, they're the underdog, they're the guys fighting the fascists, they're Captain America fighting the Nazis. Though they're financed by an actual Nazi collaborator, Soros. I mean, it's their excuse to act like monsters. And then Andy Nago gets beat up again, and then, you know, Twitter blocks his account. You can't show Antifa go to Ashland memorial event and beat people up at the memorial. No, yeah, Twitter's busy blocking people that show Antifa beating up people at a memorial service.
Yeah, fuck you, Fly.
Are you ahead of me?
Fuck you, Fly.
How much do your head,
Fuck you, buddy.
Understand that, and it's not a bunch of liberals.
36 or something? Me and you was tied there earlier when I was looking at it. Me and you both had $3.99. We were tied at like.
I think right when things started, that's when I last looked. Like, damn, I'm going for these two pitches basically. That's all I need to hope for.
Apple runs the worst
Well, I fucked you.
camps. They've got major international rights groups that do analysis, and Apple runs the worst
I need a
subcontract facility because they demand lower cost, and they.
Well, what helped me out is Chris Kimbrell. Craig Kimbrell. I didn't know he was fucking gonna start tonight or be a relief pitcher, and he'd put up 14 points for one inning pitch.
$1, $2, and they can have a place to live.
And I got Marcus Stroman. He's bottom of the ninth. They're up 6-1, and he's pitched 6.5 innings. They're gonna win, and he got 31 points so far.
I was looking at him. I actually almost took him off. He should pick him off on better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I almost took him off.
Like, and if I had to put in Tucker or Anderson, I would have been up more points too. Because like Nick Castellano never put up nothing for me. Fucking Denver's. Oh no, Denver's is playing right now. Denver's. Oh, look at that. New York Yankees. Oh yeah, Boston. Oh yeah. Look at that bottom of the first, 1-0. Fucking my guy hit the homer. Alex Vertigo. Outfielder. He hit the fucking homer. Yeah, homie. 1 for 1 on bat. Yeah. Fly, you go down, bruh. Who do you got playing now? Oh, you got no one. They're almost all done.
Where's my pitchers?
Yeah, you had one that put up 37, and you had fucking one of your relief pitchers put up negative 26. John Gant. John Gant. With fucking St. Louis Cardinals. Your fucking Sandy Alcantara, man, he done all right for you. You
by
would
8
have.
so I can get that
Yeah.
fucking picture. If I picked
Yep.
up Strowman instead, I'd be winning. See that?
Yep.
That's how close it is.
Right. Gotta tell Bill when he comes back. You know, pull his moves. Pulled a couple of his moves this week and fucking I come back and beat you. But I was down all week, man.
I just picked the wrong picture.
Well, I was taking. I picked up 2 pictures actually. Picked up Rich Hill, Strowman, and see, like Carl Tucker was on the bench. He put up 7 points. Anderson put 7 points up. But you really got to know on top of the 9th there for Jay Walsh. And top of the 9th for Rendon. And that's it. That's all you got left. Wow. So you're done, son. You're done, son. Because I still got fucking Vertigo playing and I got fucking Raphael Devers playing right now. And they're all in the bottom of the first. So you're getting fucked up tonight, bro. Fucking losing to someone that don't even know how to play baseball. Get at me, bro. 4 and 5 is what I am now, I think. 3 and 5? Yeah, 4 and 5. You'll be 2 and 7. Yeah, I just got back. I was up looking at a house for rent. Oi, freaking the shit out of me, cunt. Fucking woman in the bathroom, fucking yelling out "Oi" at me as I walks by. Didn't know she was in there. Cunt.
Damn, bro.
Oh, she scared the shit out of me, bro. I wasn't expecting it. Go on. Go on, dirties. Good doors. What? What do you want? There mustn't be something out here that you want. Water or something, I'd say. Oh, yeah, there's water there. It's back. Oh, yeah. Sleevine. I'm Sleevine. The house is a little bit smaller than what I got here now. A lot smaller.
I see.
So, but the lady that's renting it, she is, oh shit, it's fucking 2-1 for fucking New York now, cocksuckers. You work tomorrow, Fly?
Mm-hmm.
But the best thing about this house, the landlord is, she seems to be rock solid. Like she said, long as I don't change anything on the inside of the house, because the house has a lot of sentimental value to him, like on the inside, but I can paint. She said if I wanted to fucking put a fence up, if I wanted to build a deck, if I wanted to build a garage, she said she don't give or a shed or whatever for myself, she don't give a fuck. She said it'd be your house to live in, just don't. I could paint the walls. She met the dogs, so she knows I got 4 dogs. No trouble, so.
No gay sex.
You watching that Jake Paul fight or?
Wasn't gonna.
No, I'm not either. Fuck that. Oh, Montreal's winning again.
Yeah, Jets suck.
2-0. And they're fucking leading the series 2-0. Looks like the Habs are going. I think the Habs are going all the way to the fucking to the fucking down to the American Conference. Only Canadian team to make it to the playoffs, man. That's so stupid. How can that's not fair? How can only one Canadian team make it to the playoffs? Like not into the playoffs, but like
Usually
you know?
it's less than that.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like you're going into so Montreal are going to the next round. They'll have to play like Colorado or something like that. But the rest of it, it'll be like Montreal is the only Canadian team left in there.
Yeah, usually there's not even a fucking.
Yeah, but like, why can't there be like two Canadian teams going into the American division in the playoffs?
Cause you're a bitch. All the Canadian teams suck, dude. Everybody sucks.
Well, the Habs don't.
Habs fucking suck. Wait till they play a real team, not in Canada.
Well, I'm not even worried, anyways. Because you ain't gonna beat me, Fly. You ain't gonna beat me this week, bro. Yeah. Who am I playing next week now? Oh, I'm playing Bill next week.
Alright, I'm gonna start our duos. Ready?
Playoff bracket. So right now, if we had to go to the playoffs, I'm not even gonna make it into the playoffs. I'll be in the consolation ladder. Me versus Proof, and you versus Hamilton Pride right now. You're like, you're number 8, bro. Like, fucking Bill 7-1, man. How the fuck is Burlington Hammerhead third when Nelson is 4-4 and Burlington Hammerhead is 7-1? How does that make any sense? Okay. And how is he fourth place with 4-4? And I'm 3-5, I suppose. But I'll be 4-5. Hopefully he loses. Because then I'll be in tied for 4th place. Now I gotta go against Bill.
Check your gear and weapons. Planes are making ready for deployment.
Ooh, Justin Verlander, the Houston Astros, is out for 60 days.
Enemy dropping into the AO. All right, that's enough mucking about. Now we do this for real. Battle Royale. Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you get moving.
Recon contract ready.
Clear to engage all targets. Objective updated. Secure that position.
Montreal scored again.
Primary objective accomplished. Recon intel secured.
Oh, shit.
Tracking enemy.
No, no.
Closer.
Mark the target.
He's ripped.
He's behind the finger, I see him.
I got one, there's another one.
Fire. Contact! Contact! Mark the target. Keep it together, Park.
Broke his other body's armor.
I got you.
You keep running.
Head to him. Yeah, he's got in the vehicle.
Broke his armor.
Losing ground.
That was
One down low here.
Somebody else shooting at over there?
Yeah, it's a duo.
Yeah, he's moving across right now.
Oh, he's rocked. Two of them behind that. Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Gulag now. Fight to earn redeployment. Pay
Can't
attention,
really
you'll be
fucking
out there
fight him
soon.
with the fucking gun I got.
While you wait, feel free to give these wankers a proper jeering. And if you find something to throw, feel free to give them that as well. Time for a bit of argy-bargy. You're up next, mate. Get ready. Listen up, soldier. Win here and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done. Time to earn your freedom.
Oh!
You're heading back to base. If your team has the cash, they can pay for your release.
Very cool.
ID'd a most wanted contract. Flyjabberwocky contract identified.
What up, soul? With the grip.
Mm-hmm. Use non-explosives.
Your teammate has been designated as a high-value target. Guard them at all costs.
Woo!
That's it. Back at it.
Not fucking good, bro. Not fucking good at all.
I'll drive.
I'm not worried about the loadout, bro. I'm worried about getting you back.
Buy station identified. Marking aid station location. Tally hostile care package.
Yeah, fuck that, man. You can fight there, bro. We got a most wanted. I don't see me going to it.
I'm driving.
We're gonna get paid in a minute and a half, so we can either go to it or just go somewhere really quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get down this way somewhere.
Buy station identified.
Mostly right there.
Hostile in the open.
Like something. Chopper's still there. I can get in there and
We've got gas moving in.
whatever, right?
Are you gonna be dumb and do that again? When I told you it was fucking hot there? Well, I got out of there.
Marking aid station location.
Flag it, train.
I got the wheel.
If I hit this supply road, oh no, there's people on that building.
Tracking enemy.
Yeah, there's people up there. Just shot a rocket at my trucks.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Got enough for it now, bud. Nobody around us. Money's on the buy it.
Planting Claymore.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Got sleep?
Nope.
Go get that armor.
Not running a sniper this one. I'm running M13 and MP7. MP5. Some spare plates up here. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were the one talking to her. I don't have her on Facebook or nothing. You were the one messaged her.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Going upstairs. I'm busy right now. Get game here.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh, I got him on the roof.
Objective updated. Secure that position.
Right from us.
Movement.
Yep, you got him. I'm going with my daddy on. I don't know if he jumped off or not, but I'm going with my dad. Oh, he's still up here. Another one up here with me. Oh, he got me, Fly.
I know, missed those.
Gas is inbound.
He jumped off. He jumped off. Can't. He's coming up. I hear him. Here.
Learn from the loss. Failure's a proper teacher.
Alright, you gotta go, or? Are you busy?
I fucking scratched the fucking woman's fucking back there. Fuck, going off the head. As you heard her. The fucking Fly heard you going off the head there. Oh no, he does nothing in this house for me.
My back was itching, and I wasn't getting the saddle scratch because he was picking at his balls.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you got that.
That's my second.
Place.
Hmm. Were you gonna message her then? I'll go to McDonald's for you. No, you message her and I'll go. What's her name?
McDonald's again? Damn. That's wild.
So it's nice meeting you.
So bad.
I love your home. I like to treat you guys our home.
Alright, I'm gonna do like one more, probably get up. Let's make it good. Okay.
Hang on, I gotta go. I'll be back.
Oh, you gotta go?
Yeah, I won't be long.